Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to point your guys' attention to an upcoming free-to-play title coming to Steam this year, and you can join the playtest for it. That is Gundam Evolution. And also, Xbox Game Studios talked a little bit about their games on Steam Deck. Want to cover that very briefly at the end of this video. But first up, Gundam Evolution will be headed to Steam and a couple of other platforms in 2022. This game had, I believe, a closed alpha pretty recently, and then there will be a playtest that will be running at some point in the coming months. You can actually request access to the playtest. That's why I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. This is a Gundam-styled hero shooter, and yeah, my head is spinning at the thoughts of all the different skins and potential microtransactions that they can make in this game. If they deliver a high-quality game here, which that's a big if, with a lot of these free-to-play games. It's always going to be a big if with any game, to be honest, but seems to be a little bit more so with these free-to-play titles. Stay away from being just a cash grab, create a fundamentally sound game, and then make your money all you want. But with the Gundam IP, there's a lot of potential if you can actually deliver a high-quality hero shooter. The gameplay we've seen thus far has looked fairly decent. Like, I'm not blown away by it. I wanted to talk about this because I am a huge Gundam fan. At least I was growing up. Like, I loved Gundam. The Gundam show that I grew up watching was Gundam Wing, and oh my god, I absolutely love that show. Looking back at it, maybe it wasn't the greatest show in the world, to say the least, but nostalgia is a hell of a drug, as they would say. This game has a couple of interesting mechanics. It is a first-person shooter, and it does have some other unique mechanics, such as the G maneuver. In addition to their innate abilities, units are equipped with powerful G maneuver effects. These effects, which can be activated when your meter is at 100%, vary from unit to unit. They're like special abilities, etc., etc. A lot of the game, you can see being played out, does play like a first-person shooter, so, it should be able to get easy to jump in and play, but I think a lot of fans of the IP will immediately be like, alright, let me check this game out, and hopefully there's something that I can sink my teeth into. I also do hope that at some point we get a high-quality mega title, be it Gundam, be it Armored Core, be it something totally different that is more of like a single-player action-adventure game or something like that, because dude, I love mecha as a genre. Gigantic robots beating the hell out of each other is something that I can get into, me and my low brain. But yeah, it's just something I can enjoy. I mean, who doesn't like that? Big, cool, Megazords just fighting to the death. It's something that I enjoy seeing, but this game actually does have some relatively high system requirements. Outside of the GPU, i7-4790 is recommended, 16GB of RAM is recommended, and then GTX 1660 Ti, which isn't too crazy. Minimum i5-3578GB of RAM and a GTX 1050, so all things considered, it's not anything blow away. 100GB of storage space, however, which is kind of sizable, but yeah, that should be coming sometime in 2022. Let me know your thoughts on it, if it's a game that you have any interest in, or what the deal is with your anticipation level. It's Gundam, so I'm obviously gonna have a healthy level of interest. I would love to see like a Dynasty Warriors Gundam port on PC. Like, those games weren't blow away by any stretch of the imagination, but more, mechs beating the hell out of each other once again, something that I can enjoy. Alright, moving on from that, Xbox Game Studios has given a brief update on Steam Deck. They have their roundup of titles that are playable on Steam Deck. Like, these are pretty verified. Psychonauts 2, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which is that game was made before Ninja Theory was acquired, but it's still now an Xbox Game Studios title. Battletoads, Max: The Curse of the Brotherhood, playable. Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 5, Forza Horizon 4, Quantum Break State of Decay Year 1 Edition, and then you have unsupported titles, Gears 5, Halo MCC, Halo Infinite, and Microsoft Flight Sim X. That is because of anti-cheat. More notably, I do want to read out their statement, which reads, "Here at Xbox Game Studios, we love gaming and think people should be able to play our games as freely and easily as possible, anytime, any place, sharing incredible experiences with friends or immersing themselves in solo adventures. It's up to our studios how they fit Steam Deck integration to their games into their busy schedules, and with a lot of great stuff already in the works, some titles may take longer than others. We've put together the list that you can see. Again, I just went over it, but man, it seems like Microsoft and Valve, Steam have a really good relationship, and, Gabe Newell talked about, while Steam would not be down to do a subscription service, they would help Microsoft migrate Game Pass over to Steam, and Man, if they get that, like, off the ground, I think it is a wrap. I think Game Pass would do even better than it's already doing, and I can understand you gotta be concerned about the revenue split and all that, but I think if we could just put politics aside, do what's best for the consumer, get Game Pass on Steam as well, eliminate the Xbox, don't make it necessary to use the Xbox Games app or whatever it's called, because I know a lot of people don't like that, and just have it, have this access to games directly through Steam. And I think ultimately, maybe this is just wishful thinking. I think ultimately, Game Pass on Steam is gonna happen. I think ultimately, maybe not day one PlayStation games on Steam, but within a 6-month window, I think that's gonna happen. I think all these things are gonna happen. Look, I've seen a lot of things happen with PC gaming. I remember when I first got into it in 2012, 2013, 2012, yeah. And at that point, one of my favorite genres was JRPGs, and I was just like, man, PC don't really got a lot of great JRPGs. Well, 9 years later, they got JRPGs, they got PlayStation titles on Steam, they got Xbox titles on Steam, and Xbox games are playable at $10 a month. So much has transpired over the last decade on PC that I'm just like, yo, at some point, all of this is gonna happen. There's too much of a market for Steam to, bring your games on over to Steam, make it accessible to Steam users, and also have your own thing on the side if you do want that, but just give consumers the option, and ultimately it'll probably end up with more revenue for the companies as well, all across the board. That just doesn't include Valve, that includes Microsoft, that includes Sony, as we've seen with their game sales. But nevertheless, that's gonna do it for me. Again, Gundam Evolution coming sometime in 2022. You can request access to the playtest right now, so get on that. And Xbox Game Studios, some of their titles verified for Steam Deck. But I think it's nice to see that Microsoft and Valve do have a pretty good relationship by the looks of it, and hopefully Game Pass on Steam is something that'll come at some point. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.